What's up guys, I'm Javi Portas and welcome to our channel. On this video, I want to talk about the so-called K pedigree, what it means and why we breed with dogs that have the K pedigree. First things first. So the K pedigree is a Boerboel pedigree that the South African Boerboel Breeders Society has marked with a K, to indicate that the pedigree contains Boerboels with black lineage, meaning that in the pedigree there are Black Boerboels. The reason the South African Boerboel Breeders Society decided to do this was to assist new members and breeders to know that if they were buying a Boerboel or wanted to use a Boerboel, that such a person would then be aware that they were buying a Boerboel or breeding a Boerboel with black lineage. Now, you might ask yourself, why all the effort? Well, presently there are still individuals or factions that are against the idea of Black Boerboels, and this causes a lot of controversy within the South African Boerboel Breeders Society. So the decision was made to create the K pedigree. Now, the reason why we at Targus Boerboels breed with the K pedigree, it's got nothing to do with Black Boerboels. Personally, I could not care what the color of a Boerboel is, as long as it has the attributes that I desire and the pedigree I approve of, I will breed with it. During 2017 and 2018, I had a constant flow of people inquiring to buy dogs from me, but stipulating there should not be black in the line, or asking if they could use my males, but only the ones that had no black lines. At first, this was pretty annoying, but I realized that most of these people were new to breeding and did not understand much about Boerboel pedigrees and Boerboel history. In fact, most breeders found today have not been breeding for more than 10 years. And please guys, I'm saying most. The more I started to communicate with these people that were so against or afraid of Black Boerboels, the more I realized that these people had no idea why they were afraid of Black Boerboels in the first place. I kept getting the same answer, that a black dog's not a Boerboel, or there's no such thing as a Black Boerboel, and that was it, no better reason. So I decided to give more insight as to why we breed with a K pedigree. And this is done with the intention to educate fellow Boerboel owners and breeders. Back in 2006, I went to visit Lucas van Vieren from Boerboel Kennels, and while going through his dogs, he showed me Miller Poppy. This was the first time I saw a Black Boerboel. Still, I did not pay much attention as there was nothing spectacular about her. She looked like an average Boerboel, just black. As we continued through his kennel, I saw another Black Boerboel female that immediately caught my attention. Lucas explained to me that she was a 12-month-old female bred out of Miller Poppy and Mandaat, and that her name was Raja. We continued through his kennel, and when we got to Mandaat, I immediately understood why Raja was such an improvement on her mother, Miller Poppy. Mandaat was a strong, big, imposing dog that moved well and had loads of confidence. Mandaat was the type of dog that really impressed me. When Lucas saw how taken I was with Mandaat, he proceeded to show me Mandaat's brother, Meester, and his three sisters, Mocha, Malva, and Mango. Well, I was impressed. I could immediately see that this was a super litter. All 5 dogs were strong and had the same attributes. Lucas then told me that they were bred from Molly and Cabaret Kleinburgs, who I was quite familiar with as he was the father of Cabaret Straatkat. The following year, I went to visit Lucas just before the SABT National Boerboel Show, and that was when I first saw Cabaret Pavarotti. And all I can say, guys, is wow. To me, Cabaret Pavarotti at that stage was a full package. He looked very different to other Cabaret dogs that I was used to. He was more compact and had better angulation while still maintaining the heavy bone structure that Cabaret dogs were known for. Anyway, so needless to say, Pavarotti was crowned the national champ that year in 2007. At the show, Lucas told me that Molly was mated to Pavarotti. To me, this was very exciting news, as I was very interested to see how Molly would do with the Kleinburg's grandson after seeing Mandaat and his siblings. So to fast forward to the point, from the litter of Molly and Pavarotti, there were some great offspring, of which the better-known siblings were Marmer and Maja. Maja was also the mother of Magic, who still today is the highest appraised Boerboel male in the history of the SABT as well as SABS. Molly was a great producer, especially when she was bred to Cabaret Kleinburgs and Cabaret Pavarotti. Now, to get back to Mandaat, personally I think Mandaat was a dog that should have been used more in South Africa. He was a great producer, and together with Pavarotti in one pedigree bred Silo too, who in my opinion was the greatest male in my time. Not many South Africans will know Silo, but the guys in the US that know him will know what I'm talking about. To me, who personally knew Mandaat and Pavarotti, I would describe Silo as the perfect balance between the two. In 2008, Spitsvuur Ramkat was born, out of Cabaret Pavarotti and Spitsvuur Raja, who was the Black Boerboel daughter of Spitsvuur Mandaat I had seen back in 2006. Like with Miller Poppy, when I first saw Ramkat, I was not fazed. To me, he was a good-looking Black Boerboel. I actually thought that he was a bit short, but he was still young. I never made much effort to pursue his offspring or to use him in my kennel, and it was for no specific reason, it just didn't happen. In 2012, I bought a son of Ramkat by the name Spitsvuur Metal, but my motivation was mainly because Metal was a son of Great Lakes Mango, and Mango was a dog that I really wanted in my pedigrees. Well, due to personal circumstances, I stopped breeding Boerboels in that same year, and I sold Metal back to Lucas. In 2015, I started up our kennel again. And during this process of building my kennel, there were certain dogs I wanted in my pedigrees, of which Cabaret Pavarotti was one. The only way I could get Pavarotti was to go through Ramkat. And that is where my path crossed with Spitsvuur Tokara Drifter, who was extremely well bred, having both Pavarotti and Mandaat on his father's side and Avontuur Anton on his mother's side, all bred back to Korma Bucks, who was the cornerstone foundation in kennels like Topper Boerboels, Cabaret Boerboels, Marvel Boerboels, and many more. In my opinion, Korma Bucks is the father of the most impressive Boerboel families in South African Boerboel history. So, when you look at the Black Boerboels and the pedigrees that we at Targus Boerboels breed with, you will only find one Black Boerboel, and that is Spitsvuur Ramkat, son of Cabaret Pavarotti and grandson of Spitsvuur Mandaat, both bred back to Korma Bucks. So guys, that's our motivation for breeding with a Cape pedigree. Thanks.